Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the mobile app training. My name is Glenn Tompkins, senior instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to have you here. Glad to be here. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Still waiting for a lot of people to come in. I'm waiting for the alert to hit out on the YouTube. Hopefully it does. Ted says, happy Friday, Glenn, with two N's. There you go, Ted. I love that, with two N's. Koo is here in the background. What's up, Badger? Pecan Prize is here. Steve is here. VV Nation rocks. Gotta love it. Marty is here. VV Nation. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm only looking at 20 people here right now. Loud and clear. Happy belated birthday, U.S. Army. I just saw that. That's right. That's right. They came around after us. We came in the same year. I believe it was the same year, but in November. Marine Corps. Hoorah. Hoorah, Roger. Hoorah. I got 35 people here. I'm still waiting to see. I need the room to be clear for people to come in from the back. All of you who are in the room, move up in the room so that people who are coming in have room to come in. Don't crowd up all the space. Don't crowd up all the space. Let's give everybody some opportunity to get in. So, you know me, I like to take on the unofficial title of your mobile mentor. My job here is to show you how to use the mobile app to help you to make money on the run. It's because not everybody has. There it is, 151 people. There we go. The alert hit. Today is all about finding you some stocks on the run. We try to do that every week, right? We try to do that every week. Now, before we get started, I am going to help all of those who are not part of the VV Nation yet, who do not have a subscription to the VectorVest software. I want to start off real quick. I'm giving you an opportunity. I'm trying to whet your appetite for taking advantage of the VectorVest trial subscription. I'm going to put a link in the chat for you. All right, copy, paste, put this link in there. Put this link in there and hit enter. This link gives you an opportunity to take a part of the VectorVest diary study. Please answer the following questions if you'd like to participate in a 2-week diary study documenting the first 2 weeks of your VectorVest trial. If it's a match, we'll reach out to you for scheduling. Study participants will start with a trial with VectorVest and document their experience interacting with VectorVest each day over a 2-week period. And this is the fun part right here. Those who complete the study will be compensated with a $200 gift card and receive a free month subscription to VectorVest. Now, please note that receiving this email and or taking the survey does not guarantee that you will be selected to participate and or receive an incentive. Folks, for those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, you come to our channel just to get some ideas, which is a great thing. If you want an opportunity to get yourself a free $200 gift card and a free month to VectorVest, a free month on us, click that link. All right, click that link. Chizzy, we'll take a look at Tingo when we get an opportunity to take a look at your stocks. All right. So I wanted to start off the presentation giving you guys an opportunity to take advantage of a trial to VectorVest, documented, or take advantage of this 2-week diary study. And it's our way to see how you interact, how we can interact with you during the 2 weeks. If everything works out well, you will get a $200 gift card and a free month subscription to VectorVest. Morning, Glenn. Is there a way to change the color of the lines on the moving averages in the mobile app? I have not found that way as of yet, Thomas. That's a great question, but I haven't been able to do that just yet. And I'm going to work on that. Badger says, Bill Clinton was president when I started with VectorVest. I probably don't qualify for the diary study. And you probably don't. Furby says, Glenn, I have the app. Then that doesn't work for you either, Furby. This is working for the people who are not subscribers to the software and would like to be able to do so. That's what that was all about. All right. Listen, we got 168 people in the room. I want you to invite people to the room. Cool. Put a link to the live stream in the chat for the people that are in the room. Share the live stream. People that are out there who want to learn more about the market, have an idea of how they could make money in the market, let them know what we're doing here at VectorVest. Share this live stream. Coop put the link in there. Everybody take an opportunity right now to copy that link and paste it somewhere so that the people in your social circle can take a look. All right, so here we are at the home page. The best thing that stands out, why I'm talking about in the alert, finding you some stocks to get into right now on the fly, is because all of the market timing calls are up. Confirmed up, the slowest, most conservative call, the more prudent call, the DEW, the green light buyer, and the primary way for the more aggressive are all up right now. So with that being said, I think today's session should be all about trying to find stocks to buy. Now, before you do that, what is the market doing? Well, I see the Dow is slightly up at 0.07. The NASDAQ stocks are taking a little breather today, but they're not down by a lot, only down by like 1/10%. The S&P is up about 1/10%. The composite is down, the biggest, by like 1/4%, down about 0.27%. And then the things we look at is gold. You know, I don't like gold right now, but gold is down. Oil is up about 0.7. Kinross Gold, my other gold play besides SGOL, is down. Mortgages. How many of you saw the video that I just did on REITs? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you saw the video I just did on the REITs? Hold on a second. I sneezed. I sneezed live. All right, I sneezed live. I'm okay though. Believe you me, I am okay. Just got a little sneezy sneeze. Siberia, were you the only one that watched the video? Oh, Beaver Tail saw it. A lot of people had been asking, or a few people had been asking about us doing a video on REITs. Hopefully I covered it the way that you wanted me to cover it, to give you some good insight on if it was the right time to buy REITs or not. All right, so again, all of the market timing calls are up. The daily market newsletter, let's click on it where it says daily market newsletter, the VectorVest views. I'm going to click on that, and let's go take a look at what we said last night. Last night, positive economic data outweighed interest rate concerns. The Fed paused yesterday. All right, the Fed paused yesterday. I don't think that the Fed should have paused, but that's my opinion. If you've watched me anytime on YouTube, I'm a fan of. I think that they're going to start raising again in July. If that's the case, then why pause in June? Now, a lot of comments have been coming in saying, Badger says, it's okay you sneeze. I'm wearing a VectorVest mask. Sigh. All right, so what's up, Jay? I thought you were at the beach, Jay. You saw that, Pedro, in the beginning, to REIT or not to REIT? Joey did a really good job setting that up for me. Our minds were in tandem at the beginning of the video. So I think that if we're going to raise again in July, we should have just kept on raising. But a lot of people were saying it was to keep the market from crashing or keep the economy from crashing. The Fed already said that they were going to cause pain to the economy. He's already starting to cause pain, but I don't think it's enough pain, because if you look at consumer spending, it's still up. You look at unemployment, it's still low overall. Even keeps ticking higher and lower, higher and lower. Overall, it's still low. I don't think he's shrunk the economy enough. I don't think he has. So that's just my opinion, but I'm not the Fed. I'm just giving you my 2 cents, especially if the talk is more about making sure, making sure that they get inflation down to 2%. They still got a ways to go. Sorry. I got a tickle in my throat. Tickle, 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 tickle. REIT video was spot on, my friend. Good job as usual. Thank you for that, Greg. I appreciate that, man. I do totally appreciate that. So Jay is at the beach. Some entertainment during lunch. There you go. Sigh. All right, let me take a sip of water out of my green cup that you can't see against my green screen. Hold on. All right, get that tickle done. So, with all of that being said, where do we sit? Let's go back to my regular screen here. Where do we sit? Here's an increased view of the daily color guard, or the color guard. A lot of green kicking in. I think that the market was expected to really start to take off after the Fed paused. But I think the realization that in July, or when the next rate decision comes, he already put on the table that most likely he's going to start raising again. Triple witching today. Thank you, Steve. So that's going to pull down on the market. But even with that, let's go look at the strategy. Better than expected economic data outweighed interest rate concerns, and the U.S. markets ended sharply higher. With 3 green lights and an up situation preparing you last night for today, prudent investors may buy stocks long if the market is rising. The market is all right. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market, but with a bias to the upside. Our 5-day winners and 1-day winners, if you are a desktop user, you can run these searches. What's in here that's in both? Nothing. Ain't nothing that's in both. That's fine. But that's more for the desktop person than the mobile person. Pecan says, new subscriber with software bought 5 stocks last Friday precisely using the VectorVest methodology. All were your picks or hot picks. 4 of the 5 are down in a very up market. SMCI, I think, is taking a break. Vista Energy, Mo, TBBK, EXTR. Now what? Well, interesting question. Interesting question. How many of you have recently been watching on Mondays my top 5 picks for US, Canada, and AU? Type of 1. Because I'm going to address that, Pecan. How many of you have recently been watching the Monday night videos where I give you my top 5 picks for the week for US, Canada, and Australia? Type of 1 in the room. All right. Thomas says, I only like the chart on Exeter. Okay. Glenn, try Cafe Bustelo, Brazil. I've had it. Not Nicaragua, but I've had Brazil. P.S. Can you send me my VectorVest cup? Did you win a cup, Trader Matt? Did you watch? All right. So I asked that question. Pecan, because I want to show you something. I was going to show you this later in the presentation, but I'm going to go to my portfolios. I'm running 2 portfolios for the mobile app and mobile app 2. As of last week, because I've gotten so much positive response from the top 5 picks, okay, I'm going to go, I've created a watch list, a portfolio that I started last week on last week's top 5 picks. All right, last Friday was yellow in the price column, no green light. I got you, Drew. So this is what I did. I took the top 5 picks from last week and put them into a portfolio. Do you see that overall gain, Pecan? What's the overall gain in there? Type it in the room. You're looking at it. What's the overall gain? Type it in the room. All right. Pecan, I'm not sure what you did or did not do. But again, I was going to show this later in the presentation. But we're up almost 10% from last Monday's, not this previous Monday, but from the 5th. These were all bought on the 5th. And the stop on these, I wanted to keep it simple from managing a portfolio and looking at the top 5 picks on a weekly basis. The stop on these is if the recommendation goes down, is not equal to a buy. So Pecan, I can't make it any simpler than that. These stocks will remain in here until the recommendation is no longer equal to a buy. Number 1. Number 2, that's the only time I will put more stocks into the portfolio. Does that make sense to everybody in the room as how I am managing this portfolio of top 5 picks? Type of 1 in the room if it makes sense, type of 2 if it doesn't. Type of 1 in the room if it makes sense, type of 2 if it doesn't. So for those people who are looking for stocks to buy, am I going to tell you to buy any of these now? No. What I will do is, let's say the biggest winner in here is YPF. Let's click on it. There's the 1-year graph on the stock. Let's click on it again, because once I do that, it gives me a 3-month view. Look at that graph. So now if you say to yourself, should I buy this? This stock is up already. Should I buy this? You go back 1. Now I'm looking at the full view. Well, I was looking at the full view. That was interesting how that happened. Let's go back 1 again. All right. Now, because it's already in the portfolio, let's go look it up. YPF. There it is. Now I'm looking at a 1-year graph after I hit the glass, the magnifying glass. Now, as an investor, I can click the bell icon and I can set an alert. Let's create a new alert. So let's say you're not in it yet. I want to go a little higher than that wick, sitting at 14.11. You know something? Let's set an alert, create. And because it's less than $20, if we do get a hit on it, I will go put it into my other portfolio. Let's go back to portfolios. I'll put it in my other portfolio because it's less than $10 of mobile app 2. Now this one is down a little bit, but I've only got one stock. How I manage this stock, if any stock that we look at live, I only put the stocks in live on the mobile app. If I buy any stock from our alerts, I put them in here. My stop on here is any stock that goes against me 10%. Let's go look at my other portfolio, which is a $100,000 portfolio, the mobile app. Let's go look at that one. That one's up 4%. That one is up 4%, the same stops. Any stock goes against me, 10% I get out. So the $100,000 portfolio is up 4%. The stock portfolio that's only got $5,000, I'm putting $500 per position, is down about 1/10%. So I wanted to show you that for a couple of reasons. One, Pecan brought up a good point. Man, I'm looking at your stocks. I buy your stocks, and they're not making me any money. So before I try to go after that, and I don't, I'm never going to shoot down anybody with anything for anything that they say. This is no judgment zone. But I wanted to be able to have something to back up what I do in the mobile app. Excuse me, 3 portfolios I'm tracking, and I want to keep you apprised of what's going on. All right. Steve says reverse bullish divergence using the RT5 or 5-period stochastic works. That's, again, from a mobile app perspective, though, I want to keep stuff on a real even playing field, simple playing field, because you got to be able to make these decisions on the run. I don't want you looking at a ton of different things. I want you to look at what fits you while you're making these decisions on the run. Chris says, I've learned that I need 2 lists. You help me with the what to buy, and I create the second list for when to buy. Nothing wrong with that. King Dimes says, I'm fairly new to trading, and you're in the right spot, King Dimes. You're definitely in the right spot to help you to make better decisions. Man, I don't know what's going on. All right, so I jumped a little ahead to show you some results that are going on in the mobile app. I just want to help you to build your confidence in the selections that we pick. Let's go find some new stocks to put in, especially into the mobile app too, that's only got 1 stock play right now. Where do I go? I'm going to go to Stock Pick Ideas. Let's start there. And I always assume that because you're on the mobile app that many people are aggressive, but many of you are prudent as well. So from the more aggressive stocks, let's go to the hot stocks. Let's go to high momentum stocks. What's the first thing I do? How many of you are following? What is the first thing I do when I open up a watch list? I sort by what? Type it in the room. I want to make sure that all you guys understand, guys and gals, understand what to do for when I'm not here. What's the first thing I do when I open up a watch list of stocks? I sort by what? Nope. Siberia? Nope. Not when I'm, nope. This is already sorted by VST. What do I change it to? No. What do I change it to when we're looking at getting into it? No, man, you guys are not paying attention. The first thing I look at, especially because we are looking for stocks to buy on the run right now, I sort by percent gain loss. I'm trying to find out what stocks are moving up the most right now. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? All right. This is why I'm walking you through, and this is why I'm asking you the questions. If I'm looking at what I want to buy right now on the fly, while I'm not at my desk, I want to be able to see what's moving up the most so that I can jump on that momentum. Now, the second part of that is I can also look at the VSTs. Man, a lot of these VSTs are below 1. If I don't want to take a stock, even on a momentum play with a VST below 1, what do? I go look at the one that's got a VST above 1. That would be MOR. Let's click on it. It's up today 11%. Big gap up, as you can see on the 1-year graph. Let's click into it. That's probably an earnings play. Somebody, I don't know what the news is. Now, someone asked about changing the colors on the moving averages. Let's go to graph settings at the bottom. Let's go to the moving averages. There's the two of them. Can I change the color? Let's click on the little box where the color is. I didn't think I could. There's got to be a way. There should be a way. I'm going to see if I can get you an answer. Right now, I didn't think that there was, but there may be, and I may just need to find out from the right person how. Now, somebody said they wanted to sort by dividends. Well, let me jump ahead a little bit. If you want to sort by dividends, let's go to the retirement stuff, like here. Let's go to top dividend stocks. All right, Trader Matt, you want to look at that? Let's go see if I can sort by dividend. Yeah, I can I? I can sort this list by dividend safety. Which stocks? So I'm looking at the longer term stuff, right? I'm looking at my longer term stuff. Now I can sort by dividend safety. Let's go look at this stock. That's got a nice dividend safety. What don't I like about the stock today? Big wick at the top of the candle. Big wick at the top of the candle. Could be a little bit of a gravestone doji. I do like that the 3 and the 8s have crossed, coming off a level of support. But where's that gravestone doji happening? Right at resistance. I may not want that. Let's go see if I can find you another one. Dividend safety of 91. That stock is pulling down. I don't want that right now. CTAS. Down day. Look at the earnings per share on that. It is overvalued. Relative value. Let's click on that. The stock is moving from the bottom left to the top right, but I got a down day. I wouldn't be taking that stock today. So, Trader Matt, does that make sense? Sort by if it will buy you more bacon. Ooh, that would be RT. If it's going to buy me more bacon, let's go by the high momentum stocks. Let's go, if it's going to buy me more bacon, let's go sort by RT. Now, the first thing is, especially if I'm thinking about buying a new stock today, look at the graphs. Well, I know that FANG-U is going down. Which one? Ooh, BTBT is going up with a relative timing of 1.98. See that up graph right there? Do I like that? What don't I like about it as I look at the graph? What does it make me feel warm and fuzzy? Type it in the room. What does it make me feel warm and fuzzy, even though it's moving up and it's got an RT at, a really high RT, and it's up 6.5% today. What don't I like about it? All right, and as you put that earnings per share, but earnings per share is more of a fundamental thing. If I'm looking at what's going on right now, this may not be a bad play. Chris says losing money. Well, it is losing money. So long term, I don't like that. I like to be able to make that decision as I look at the graph. So I like that the stock is moving up. But I now know if I pull the trigger on this stock, that it's going to be more of a trade, not more of a level of longer term investment. Let's go put a buy stop on this. Let's go back, hit the bell, create an alert. A little higher than that resistance. $3.44, hit create. And no, I'm not worried about that one. All right. I got to put alerts on here. Where's my alerts? Oh, I am looking at, I'm using a new VectorVest iPad. I gotta talk to Tom about setting up alerts. Let's go settings. General settings, notifications. Enable notifications. Yep. Notifications are off. Let's go put notifications on. Okay. Now my notifications are on to let me know what's going on. Notification settings. I want general. I want it on the portfolio, watchdog, robo trader, trending watch list. Okay, I got that. Recent analysis, I'll take that. In general, I'll take that. Okay. Now I got the notifications set. Let's go back to the stock pick ideas. On a day like today, again, let's go back to high momentum stocks, sorting it by percentage price change. Man, some of these are moving. How about GRDF? No, I don't like the VST. Let's see what else is moving up. Ooh, TGS. Let's go take a look at that. Well, look at that. Earnings a little bit all over the place. It is undervalued. I do like that it's undervalued. I like how we just made these different changes to the mobile app. I think it makes it a lot easier to discern information. That's a new update, by the way. Let's go take a look. Look at that. The 3 and the 8's just crossing today on TGS. Let's go see. Search. Top right. Let's go look at TGS. Now I can look and put it. I'm going to put an alert. Create an alert. And I'm going to put it at this most recent high right here. I like that the 3-8 crossed. Let's go see if it can break above that level that I just drew on at 1304. Let's go create. Good deal. How many alerts do I have? Manage active alerts. I've got it on CVX, TALS, BTBT, and TGS. All right. What else I got going on? So TGS had a VST above 1. Here's another one. PPSI, VST is above 1. And it's a buy. Let's take a look. Put this on a 3-month graph. Wow, it's right at a 3-month level of resistance. I don't like that the volume is falling off. Let me back that up. All right. Another one that's got a VST above 1. CEPU. I may like that. Let's go set an alert on that. Create a new alert. I'm going to set it right at these levels of resistance. Sitting at $7.33. Create. And the beautiful thing about mobile as opposed to the desktop is you do get alerts sent to you on the mobile app on these stocks when they hit those stops. This is up 3.42%. Earnings is getting better. Kaba. Relative value below 1. VST is above 1. Fundamentally not sound. Remember, though, I'm looking for stocks to trade. I like this. SVIX. Let's go to the next one. Alpine. I don't like the earnings. Even though this is more aggressive, let me take a deeper look. It is going from that level of support nicely up to 3 and 8 have held even on the pullbacks. I like that. Now remember, because earnings don't look so good, this is more of a trade more so than a longer term investment, right? So I'm going to treat it as such. Let's go back, set my alert, create an alert right above these levels of resistance. 1149, create. Let's go back. Let's go to the next stock. Why does that look that way? I don't know. USAP. This is undervalued with a relative value above 1. Earnings, though, could be better. Let's go look at a 3-month graph. The 3 and 8 are about to cross after that pullback. Prior to that, the stock's price was moving up. It's up about 2.92% today. Let's go back. Let's go set an alert for that. Right at that beautiful level of resistance of about $12.33. Let's create that alert. Let's go back. Let's go back. FIFA, Google it. Lots of tutorials explain that. What are you talking about, Albert? I just started trading about a week ago, and I'm really trying to understand this. How can I create a stop loss? I like what Albert said. You can Google it. But a stop loss is your tolerance for pain. How much are you willing to lose on a stock, FIFA? Does that make sense? And that's where you start setting up a stop loss. Are you willing? You don't want to lose more than 5%, no more than 7%, no more than 10%. That's how you set up a stop loss. Everybody's stop losses are going to be different based upon how they invest in the market. All right. If you're new to the market, I don't want you to lose a lot of money on a trade, but I don't want you to get washed out of a trade only to watch it go back up again. So you got to understand the type of stock that you're getting in. The more aggressive the stock is, the wider you've got to allow that stock to move. But the more conservative, the more prudent the stock steadily goes up, you can put a tighter stop because it should stay right up in there. All right. And trader, I love that the people in here are trying to help work you out. Rand says, what do you mean by the 3 and the 8? The 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages. Once I pull up a graph, All right, let's go put this on a 3-month graph. See these lines, that blue and dark blue, that green and dark blue line? Those are moving averages. If I go down to the graph settings at the bottom and go down to where it says moving averages down here, those are my 2 moving averages. They're weighted. You notice, they're exponential. Notice I can put on a simple exponential or weighted moving average. These are exponential moving averages, period 3. And my second moving average is a period of 8. We're looking at a 3 and an 8 exponential moving average. Now, you want to learn more about the differences. Oh, CIFR, that's Watchdog. I'm not ready for that one. I don't want that one. Are you personally concerned with SMCI's pullback yet? Not yet, William. Let me go check that out for you. Not yet. I think that the space is too hot because of AI, SMCI. Let's go check it out. Let's go look at it on the graph. See the pullback? But if I put moving averages on here, let's go to that 3 and the 8 moving averages. Ooh, good question. So, William, since I like the 3 and the 8s so well, look at what's going on with it today. Tony said got stopped out of today on SMCI. So you know something? A lot of people made a lot of money in this nice upturn on the stock. It's down 4.27%. But I'm also looking at, let me zoom this in a little bit. I'm looking at that 3 and the 8 crossing to the downside today. So am I concerned? No. Am I willing to take my profits off the table? The answer to your question, William, is yes. Does that make sense? All right. I'm loving that everyone is helping out Rants. Was it Rants? No, it was FIFA. I love that VV Nation is helping out FIFA and understanding what's going on. Williams, it crossed. I'm looking, let me zoom in a little bit more. See the 3 and the 8 right there? They are crossing on today's candle. Does that make sense? It's crossing. All right, you see the light blue line is just below the dark blue line. So would I take my profits off the table? The answer to your question is yes. This is a time where I would take my profits off the table. I wouldn't be afraid to do it. Now, somebody will say, I still think that this space has got upside, but I don't want you to trade in the stock while it's going down. I'd rather you take your profits off the table and wait for another time to get in. Does that make sense? I would definitely wait for a better opportunity to get in, especially if it's telling you right now to take your profits off the table. You can't go broke taking a profit. You can't go broke taking a profit and just wait for a better opportunity. I still think that the space has a lot of upsides. Trader says, Glenn, you ever use a stop to exit a position that has been an underperformer, e.g. Ford has been slow forever, now break even, letting it run with a tight stop? Any stock, in understanding the type of stock, let's go look at Ford. I'm going to answer that question by looking at the stock. Let me hit the question mark. The glass. Let me sigh. Ford. When I look at Ford, let's analyze Ford. Relative value, relative safeties below 1. Fundamentally, the stock is not sound, trader, right? We know that. The stock's got an RT above 1. That's news driven. Why? Because Ford and GM have linked up with Tesla to allow Tesla's allowing their cars to use their superchargers. If you follow me on YouTube, I think that's a huge thing. They can get 200 miles worth of range in a 15-minute charge. I think that that's huge for the industry. All right. So there is some news driving the stock's price higher. Could I trade it? The answer to your question is absolutely yes. I could trade it. But because the relative value, relative safeties are both below 1, looking at the graph, more of a downtrend, most recently trending up, this would be more of a trade. Now let's go look at the 3-month graph. Where would I put my order in? Notice I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 days of dojis, 5 days of dojis, where there's a little bit movement in the stock. Would I rather put my money in this stock or wait and look at a better? There you go. Someone says Tesla. Let's go take a look at Tesla. I like that play better than Ford. TSLA. Let's go take a look at it. You know something? Do I really? Well, if I could draw a line from this January time period from that low moving up, there's definitely an uptrend. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. The earnings are falling. Anybody knows why the earnings are falling? I'll tell you why the earnings are falling. Remember when they started to do a price war on their cars and started dropping their prices? Well, of course, it bit into margin. And because it did, earnings are falling, but earnings are still overall good for the stock. If I'm watching the stock's price move up, you notice on this graph, I've got 3 lines going across. This stock has broken through 3 levels of resistance and have pulled back away. Look at the volume on the bottom. A lot of volume is at or above average volume. So it's not that the stock is just moving up. There's conviction to the move of the stock as well. Do I like this stock? Absolutely. Do I like it better than Ford? Absolutely. I've always said that Tesla's got good upside. Let's go back. The stock is a fundamentally sound stock. But I did beat it up a little bit when they decided to cut the prices on the car. I said short term, this ain't good. But even when that was happening, the fundamentals behind the stock were awesome. So long term, I still love Tesla. The company makes money and it's got good upside potential. Looking at the relative value and relative safety on the company. So would I buy this? Let's go back and set up an alert. Would I buy this? Absolutely. Let's create an alert. A little high. It's right now, it's almost close to 3-month highs. But I'm going to set up an alert at about 263.26. We'll create and we'll see if that hits. I do like Tesla over Ford. All right. So I love the questions. Tesla needs a breather, but it keeps rising. For a company this size, it is a bit concerning short term. Beaver Tail, you know something? Until the graph shows me something different, I know fundamentally that Tesla is a good trade, a good stock. But I'm going to look at the graph to determine when it's tired. Does that make sense, Beaver Tail? When I look at the graph will tell me when it's tired. It ain't all that tired yet. All right, it's not all that tired yet. So, YPF, didn't we look at YPF? Man, we're looking at a lot of good stocks today. I'm just going back and back and back and back and back and back. Before I go look at your individual stocks, I like the hot stocks for you guys today. For those of you who are a little bit more prudent, let's go to the premium stocks. Let's go to premium watch list. Not everybody's got premium, but if you do, this is a good place to go find some stocks as well. I am working on trying to get a watch list. I got a video coming out tonight on quantum computing and stocks for that space. I'm trying, and I created a watch list. I'm going to try to get that watch list put in for you premium folks. All right, I was trying to get it done before today, but I've got to find out the right people that can do that. Glenn, I'll hope you tell us when it looks tired. Thanks. So Beavertail, when we looked at, I'm going to tell you, even from the mobile app perspective, just look at the graphs. But you know something? When time comes, we'll have a conversation about it. All right, we'll have a conversation about it. Sonnet just dropped. What the hell is Sonnet? What's this? What is the ticker symbol? Sonnet. SONNE. Sonnet Bio. All right, here we go. Are you pushing a stock? All right, who's it? That's the here we go. I always got somebody. You pushing a stock? I'm looking at it, Judge. You like this? You said it just dropped. Grab now. All right, let me see something here. I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to give you an honest assessment on it, Judge. I'm going to give you an honest assessment on it. Fundamentally, by relative value and relative safety, the stock's not good. Fundamentally not sound. RT is above 1, tells me that something's happening to push the stock's price higher. CI is below 1, the stock goes down more than it goes up. Lou says, how connected are quantum computer stocks to AI stocks? Watch the video tonight. I'm going to talk a lot about that. Watch the video tonight. Comes out at 6:30. So, Judge, you're telling me to grab it now. I'm going to put it out to VV Nation. How many of you are willing to take a piece of this? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are not ready to take a piece of this? Type of 2. All right, so Judge, I just analyzed it. I'm not a big fan. I see the big wick at the top of today's candle, a lot of selling pressure. It's not even an open candle. It's a closed candle. All right, you see long-term. I don't see anything long-term on this stock. 6 month, 1 year, 5 years. Judge, you ain't convincing me. All right, so let's do one other thing. You said you like it long term. I clicked on the three dots in the top right-hand corner. Let's click on stock news. What do you know that I don't know? All right. What do you know that I don't know? Well, first off, it's a 76-cent stock. It's down 17% today. What news is out here? Sonnet Biotherapeutics provides fiscal year 2023 second quarter and year-to-date business earnings update. 2 months ago, I got no news on it. No, nothing even in the news. I don't see anything, Judge. I don't know what you see long term that I don't see. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And I'm not a fan of telling you what you need, what you want to hear. I'm all about trying to tell you what you need to hear. 6-month graph, down at the bottom, 1-year graph. There's nothing. I don't know and I went looking at the news. The news is not telling me anything. The news is not telling me. I'm not feeling this, Doc. I'm not telling you that I think that you should take it. Nothing feels good about it, Judge. Now, again, if you know something, now I will give you a positive. The positive is that the earnings per share is getting less negative. That is a positive. All right, that is a positive. But there's, you see, there's a lot of red writing on here. I'm not feeling it, Judge. That's just me being honest with you. It's just me being honest with you. All right, you got it, man. Stop wasting group time. Don't submit this. Listen, Roger, everybody's entitled. Everybody's entitled. Everybody's entitled. So I'm talking to everybody out there. What watch list would I look at right now? Let's go take a look at Wow Watch List. What Wow Watch List? You know what the heck I'm saying. Hey, Glenn, can you check out, Bellevue's? Does it see? We're going to take a look at that in a second. Let's go sort this by percent gain loss. What's moving up? Trying to get you. I'm not feeling it. Pam. I am feeling that. I like that. Bottom left, top right. Let's go put in an order for this. Create. Let's go to that level. About $42. Create. All right. What else is going on? Ain't nothing going on but Adobe. There was some news on Adobe. 3 dots in the top. Stock news. There was some news on Adobe. Up 2.68% today. Adobe's AI adoption. Kava stock rally. Another AI move. I'm going to put me in. It's a down day today. Even though it's a green candle, it's a closed green candle. I'm going to put an alert for that. It's a heck of an expensive stock, too. $500 stock. Let's move that up. Stop moving. Well, that's not making me feel warm and fuzzy inside. There we go. 5/20/25. Let's. Wow, whoa! That's sure not what I meant to do. Where is it? I want to delete that alert. That's Watchdog. Let's go back to Adobe. Create an alert. It needs to stop moving more than I want it to. 5/13. Great. Create. All right. Good. Let's go back. STNE. Tesla, we already got an order in. Wow, look at that. NVIDIA. This AI craze is no joke. Adobe AI Illustrator came out 3 days ago. That's why I got an order in for it. Look at that. NVIDIA. I don't know if we have an order out for it, but we're going to have one now. We're going to have one now. Create. Let's go back. How cool is this while being on the fly to be able to do this? I need my internet to work right. All right. Time is at 12:44. All right, so I've given you some ideas of some stocks to take a look at. I've got some alerts in as well. Let's do this. Let's go back to market overview. I don't want, that's not what I want. Let's go to my watch list. That's what I want. Go to my watch list. Go ahead and hit the plus sign. All right, let's go add some stocks. Give me your stocks. Give me your stocks. Stock. We're going to take a look. I feel like most biotechs are going to utilize AI in research. That's a little bit part of my 6 p.m. video tonight. All right, KNTF. KNTMF. That's what I thought. All right, click on that. You notice it's going to start a list for me. EXTR. EXTR. Click on it. Ozark. OZK. There we go. Bank of Ozark. AAON. AAON. I got to keep up with this. Yep. BELFB. BELFB. All I'm doing is typing in, and then when I see the ticker symbol come up, JPM, when I see the ticker symbol come up in the search results, I click on it, and it just keeps on adding it to my list. NXST and XST. Palantir. Somebody, I'm still playing Palantir. I'm making some money on that too. Good, Gordon. Cloudfield, CLFD, Clearfield. Jets. Oh, for airlines. Put that up there. EQT. EQT. Hey, QT. That's what, every time I see that, it's like that. Hey, QT. Opera and Bulls. Opera. Bulls. BULZ. PANW. PANW. What is that? Trader Mac? Oh, Trader. Did you send me an email? Send an email to glennt@vectorvest.com. Glenn T. Did you win? I got to find out if you won. If you did, send it glennt@vectorvest.com. Send me an email. There's no reason if you won why you shouldn't have gotten it by now. Plug. Unless Glenn screwed up. I never screw up, though. Ask my wife. AMD. AMD. VOO. What the flying flip is VOO? Wow. I didn't know that. GRBT is Gradit. GRBT. I don't have that. GRBT. Lee, I ain't got it. GRBT. You got to make sure that the ticker symbol is right. You don't see my comments? Maxwell, I'm looking at everybody. I got JP is already up in there. I got JP Morgan already up in there. All right. Don't call me out for that. There's a lot of, if you can look, Maxwell, there's a lot of people chatting. Don't call me out for that. All right. Sensionics, SENS. And if you're going to call me out, especially on the stock that I put up there, don't do that. That ain't cool. All right. Builder. BLDR. All right. MRLV. I'm only going to probably put a couple. MRVL. I'm only going to put a couple more in DRS. That's probably it. That's a lot of stocks. You guys give me a lot of stocks. All right. GRBK. Is that, did I not? GRBK. There it is. Now I got it. All right. Let's go see what I got. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Let's go create this watch list. Name it 616. Where's my numbers? There we go. 6, 16, 23. Let's click on OK. Here's my list. Ta-da! What's at the top of the list? BELFB. Somebody wanted me. What did you want? Lucid. Can I add stocks? I can. Look at that. LCID. I can add it to this list too. How about that? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. All right. Man, you guys give me Neo. Sigh. Add stocks. Neo. All right, no more stocks. No more stocks. No more stocks. No more. There's a lot of stocks. I got a lot of stocks. Yeah, I'm not sure if BLFB is slowing down. Let's go take a look at it. No. That's a 1-year graph. I love the graph. Bottom left, top right. Oh, man, I love this stock. Bottom left, top right. I see a little bit of leveling. Let's click into the graph. Give me a 3-month graph. Wow. That's a 1 year. There's the 3-month. No, leave it alone. If you're in it, look at the 3 and the 8s are solid on BLFB. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. If you're in it, leave it alone. First thing I'm looking for is to see if the 3 goes below the 8. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. It's a good stock. What's at the bottom of the list? Lucid. Man. Look at that VST at 0.61. Sensionics. I've done a lot of videos on the Sensionics. That's, I got my, if you can see, I got my CGM. It's not implantable though. Senseonics is implantable. I don't think I want to do it implantable. But my CGM to track my sugar is good for 2 weeks at a time. All right, my volume is low. Hey, cool. Can you check on my volume for me, please? I'll take your word on it, Glenn. You've been in the game long me. I say just leave it alone. All right, Neo, 2 stocks in that space. Neo and Lucid towards the bottom of the list. Let's keep looking at these graphs real quick. All right, Opera. Wow, love that stock. Beautiful. Bottom left, top right. I do like that stock. I'm going to actually put an alert on that. Create an alert. I do like that. I do like that. Create. All right, let's go back. Next stock on the list. Bulls. Microsectors, FANG. They're still moving. The tech stocks are still moving up. I like the play, but it could be getting tired. You see the solid green bars? It could be getting tired. I'd wait. If you're in it, though, leave it alone. Put it on a 3-month graph. The 3 and the 8 looks solid. The 3 and the 8 looks solid. I'd just leave it alone. All right. I'm looking at Bulls. Didn't I just look at that? No, I looked at Opera, then Bulls. Then we EXTR. Bottom left, top right. Look at the earnings. I do love the stock. All right. A lot of these stocks looking a lot toppy, though. There's STM in the chip space. I think there's better chip stocks, even though this is up about 0.5%. I'm looking at the relative value, relative safety. It looks good. It is going from the bottom left to the top right. RT is above 1. Where's the CI? You know, you can't fight the tape. Earnings looks beautiful on the stock. Put this on a 3-month graph. I'd really like to see it take out these other levels of resistance before I go and buy it. If I'm in it, though, leave it alone. If I'm looking at DRS, nice move going up. Earnings is leveling out a little bit. Relative value, relative safety, both above 1. CI above 1. The stock goes up more than it goes down. I like it from that perspective. A down day today, but don't panic. All right, let's go to Pan W. Relative value, relative safety, both above 1. Comfort index is below 1. It is overvalued, but the earnings look good. Put it on a 3-month graph. I'd like to see it get out of its own way, though. It's got that level of resistance that I'd like to see it break above. All right, but if you're in it, leave it alone. Let's go to the next stock. This is Pan. We just looked at that one. Scroll over. Builder. Man, now it's pulling back. Builder is pulling back. Look at the 3 and the 8. Where's Builder? Watch the 3 and the 8. If you're in Builder, I'd be careful. The 3 and the 8 are about to cross. The last time it crossed, it only went down for a couple of days. You could have gotten back in. It took out the most recent high back here. Right now, if you're in it, I would not want to give up profits. It's down 2.03% today. Volume is pretty level, but I wouldn't be afraid of taking profits off the table. AAON, let's go put this back on to, 1-year graph. You know that level of the high, look at it trending lower from that level of the high. All right, that tells me something. That tells me if you're in it, though, let's go put it on a 3-month graph. I do like the pullback right from resistance right down. The 3 and the 8 didn't cross. That's a positive sign. That's definitely a positive sign. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'd like to see it take out that level of resistance, that solid level of resistance. Let's go to the next stock. EQT, it's moving up recently. It's above my moving average that's on here. I think it's a 40-day moving average on a longer term graph. I do like the move up. I'd like to see it. You know something? It's in uncharted territory, as a matter of fact. It can keep going higher and higher and higher and higher. Fundamentally, relative value is above 1, relative safety below 1. This tells me that this is more of an aggressive play. All right, so just understand, more aggressive, you're going to take on a little bit more risk. All right, JP Morgan, man, I'd love to see it break about that level of resistance that was formed back in February. It's moving up. I do like that. Relative value, relative safety above 1. Comfort index above 1 as well. Earnings looks good. I would really like to see it take out. Let me go put this on a 3-month graph. It's already at 3-month highs right now. I do like the play. Put it on a 6-month graph, though. Put it on a 1-year graph. It's got some room. I like the play. Maybe look at the volume, though. Look at the volume. Bashir, the stocks that I have are the only stocks that I'm doing today. I got a lot of stocks to get through. That was JPM. Let's go. Marvelous. That's a scary looking stock. It ran away. It never faded the gap, which leaves me to think that at some point in time the gap's going to be faded. See that up gap? It never faded the gap. That tells me that most likely it will at some point. RV and RS stocks got a relative safety above 1, but a relative value below 1. It's more of a stock that makes money, but it is a little bit all over the place. I think it's going to stand a big chance to pull back down to fill that gap. Palantir, very speculative play, but after its last earnings, the stock has just been going up. It made earnings 2 quarters in a row, which is unlike the stock. The stock is a great, I ain't going to talk a lot about it because I own it and I'm not trying to push it. All I want you to do is go do some homework on it. All right, just go do some homework on it. And right now, put on a 3-month graph, the 3 and the 8 are holding. It's a down day today, but the 3 and the 8 are holding. As the stock's price goes up. AMD, man, it's like we saw in SMCI. AMD is pulling back. I got a level of support, though. Let's go put this, see if I can draw this level of support. I really don't want it as an alert. See that gap? See that gap that happened in like mid-May? The stock looks like it wants to fill that gap. That gap level would be a solid level of support to see if it breaks through. Not only that, the 3 and the 8 are about to cross today. I'd be careful with it. It's run. It's made a lot of people a lot of money. I don't want you to give it back. I would say keep your eyes on that. Wow, Clearfield. I don't know. Man, the stock is just going down. It's going down and down. Put on a 3-month graph. I see the move coming off support. Let's go see if there's any news on it. Stock news. Let's go see if there's any news on it. It's up 4.39%. Clearfield detracted. Ooh. Mays empowers the investor. Mays empowers small cap fund first quarter letter. A copy. I don't know. I don't know if I really dips more than broader markets, what you should know. Let's go put this back on a 1-year graph. Relative value is above 1. Relative safety is right at 1. The stock does not go up more than it goes down because CI is below 1. Earnings are falling. I'd be careful with this. I do like on the 3-month graph the move, even on the pullback, the 3 and the 8 held. I'd still be a little careful with that. Ozark, I'm not feeling that. Off the even most recent swing high back at 42, the stock is pulling down. I do like the earnings per share, but I don't think the price action of the stock doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. GRBK is looking good. Just like Chico and the Man, looking good. Put on a 3-month graph, put the 3 and the 8 on. I do see it coming down. The 3 and the 8 are converging, but I've got a level of resistance, that dark line, which is serving as a level of support. If it breaks below that, I would take profits off the table. All right, let's go to the next stock. Wow, Jets is moving. You know why? The summer's here. The summer's here, and people are talking about getting on planes and going on vacations. So cyclically, I think that Jets may not be a bad play. Can you comment on the BA chart, please? Breaking out of consolidation. Ravi, I got a lot of stocks to go through. So as much as I love you, my friend, let me get through these stocks. I can't. As much as I'd love, I might have to do a session where I just look at your stocks, but I got something to think about. Then that way I can look at a lot more stocks. VU, the Vanguard S&P 500, nicely moving up. Love that. RV and RS are going to both be at 1 because it's an ETF. Comfort Index is below 1. So the stock is prone to downturns, but I'm loving the move right now and the volume. That's a good looking play. You know something? I might have to put in an alert on that right about there. Crosses above. There we go. I'm going to create that alert. All right, let's go to the next stock. NXST. I'm not feeling that. That stock is just trending down from that high in February. All right, it keeps trying to make a run, but I'm not feeling that. I do like the relative values above 1. Relative safety is below 1. RT is below 1. I do like the earnings, but I'd wait for a better opportunity. That stock is just trending lower. Same thing with Plug. I like the EV space. I think that from, you got Plug, you've got ChargePoint, and then you got Tesla. There's a lot of charging companies out there, but the superchargers from Tesla are big. Glenn, I look to look at nice bases and close to breakouts. Docs is breaking out undervalued. Thanks, Glenn. All right, John. All right, let me keep look. Wow, KNTNF, that's gold mining. I'm not feeling that. That's just moving down. Big update today. Go look at the 3-month graph. Man, doesn't look like it on the, oh, that's on plug. Big update today. Where's it stopping? Right at resistance. Right at resistance. I don't think it's the right time to play gold because the dollar's too strong. Oh, Plug is not a charger company? Are you messing with me? I thought they were. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go view report. I can tell you. Plug, alternative energy technology, which focuses on the design and development, commercialization, manufacture of hydrogen and fuel cell systems, primarily for the material handling stuff. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. All right, so how did I do that? I went up to the 3 dots in the top right-hand corner. I went to view report, and it gives, you know, all the stuff about all of the different indicators as well as what the company does. There you go. Thank you for that, William. I do appreciate that. All right. Let's go put this back on a 1-year graph. KMTNF. We looked at NEO. Little move now, but look at the earnings. It's just falling more and more and more. I don't know if I'm feeling comfortable buying NEO. RVRS both below 1. RT is above 1. Some news and probably driving it. It is above the 40-day moving average, but I'm looking at earnings. I'm not feeling that from an earnings perspective, and it's down 2.5% today. Senseonics, I like the company. It just has not worked out well. All right, Senseonics, I do like the company for what they do, and especially because I am a diabetic. I like for what they do, but it's just been a tough company to make money with. Relative value, relative safety, both below 1. Relative timing is moving up now. Probably it's not going to keep moving up. Yeah, nothing really. I like the company, but I don't. Excuse me. But it's a tough stock to make money in. Lee says, thank you, Glenn. Have a great weekend. Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you for that, Lee. I appreciate that. All right, let's go. Should only have a couple of few stocks left. All right, let's go see. LCID. Man, look at that. Just not. The stocks at the bottom of the list show why they're at the bottom of the list. It's only down about 0.5%, but just look at that move to the downside. Was that the last stock? That was the last stock. That was the last stock. All right. So we looked at a lot of stuff today, didn't we? We did. Hopefully, I've given you some ideas of what to look for. We looked at what was going on in the overview. We looked at some of the portfolios that we've had. If I can, here it is. TGS is above. How big? That's $13. I am going to add that to a portfolio, put it into mobile app 2 because that's my $5,000 portfolio for stocks under $10. Spend $500. We're doing it live. All right, because it met the criteria. Add to portfolio. I don't want to go to the portfolio yet. All right, what else? TGS, what else hit? YPF cross, $14. Let's go add that. Go to 3 dots. Add to the portfolio. Mobile app 2, again, that's my lower dollar one, $500. Add the portfolio. Not yet. So we just added live 2 stocks that since we've been on that hit my pricing criteria. All right, now let's go to the portfolios. My portfolios. Now in mobile app 2, we got 2 more stocks. Ta-da! I only make trades in these portfolios live. All right, so all throughout the week, if any of these stocks hit the stop criteria, they get stopped out. That's it. I only make trades in these mobile portfolios live. All right. So after we get off, I go to the desktop. I set it up so that the stops are automatic, so I don't have to watch them every day. But I only update these and put stocks in them live during the live stream. So I don't want to be just doing stuff throughout the week and you'd be like, well, we couldn't have done that. You're right. You couldn't have. So I want to do these only live. So we've got 2 more stocks that we put in. Let's go to alerts. Any more? TGS and YPF were the only 2 that hit from my pricing targets. All right. Well, I'm done. Hey, folks, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Remember that your mobile mentor is here for you every Friday. If you haven't hit the like button, do so for me right now. Hit that like button. it's a good way to help our channel to grow. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just lets me know that it was worth it for you to stop by today. All right? Just let me know. Glenn, thanks for giving us a chance in the world of investing ideas. All right? I appreciate that, Lou. I appreciate a lot of the stuff that you guys say. For those people who are not subscribers to the channel, this is all VV Nation talking, not me. This is all VV Nation. Steve says, thanks, Glenn. Got to run. Have a great weekend. You too, my friend. Everybody have a great weekend out there. Drew as well. All right, with that. I don't know where all this tickle in my throat is. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Thank you for that. Oh, yes. That's right. This Sunday is Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Thank you very much for that, Badger. I can't believe I didn't do that. No, we do have options, but not on the mobile app, Maxwell. We do have options, but not on the mobile app. On the desktop version, yes, we do. But on the mobile app, not as of yet. This is great to see and run scans on a platform and find stocks to buy. Thanks, Glenn and Joey. I'm telling you, this is why I do any of the trading in our portfolios are being done live, not during the week, but only in the live sessions. After I get off, I put the stops on and let them run through the stops throughout the week. All right. Again, on my 2 mobile app portfolios, any stock goes against me 10%. And on the top 5 picks, I got if the stock gets a recommendation not equal to a buy, it gets stopped out. All right, so happy Father's Day to everybody. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, see ya.